What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions. As you guys can see, I'm pretty bundled up right now because it's finally getting pretty cold here in Nashville. But in today's reaction, we're gonna warm ourselves up a bit with some fucking Orbit culture, man. And I'm super excited to check this video out. But before I start, I just gotta throw it out there. This is not a first time reaction. I've heard this song quite a few times, as most of you can probably guess. But when I did hear that they were filming a video for this song, I started avoiding it. Every time I listened to their new EP, I started skipping it, just so that when I did watch this video, it was as fresh as it could be. Now, if there's anybody watching that hasn't heard this song, this is from their brand new EP, Shaman, that released a couple months ago. September 24th, it was released from Seek and Strike Records. And I absolutely love it, man. From start to finish, this is EP of the year material for me. And they entered into 3 different Billboard charts in the US on their first week with this EP, which is awesome for this band, man. I hope it brings them one step closer to getting over to the US and touring. Now, considering I've heard the song before, I'm really hoping for like a performance video or something mixed with a story, just so I actually have something to talk about and maybe some new gear, although we've seen these guys use a lot of the same gear before, so who knows? This might be really fun, or it might be incredibly boring, or me just headbanging my ass off for like 3.5 minutes. But either way, let's jump into this. I will link this original music video in the description below. And today, I'm once again listening to Orbit Culture, and for the first time checking out their brand new music video for the song Strangler. Let's go. Before we even start, let's just lose the hat. I don't even know why we start with it half the time when I know whatever I'm watching is just going to be headbang worthy, but let's go. You know, I just missed everything that was happening in the actual video. Don't hate me. Starting over. You know what I just realized? And now that it hit me, I don't know how I haven't seen this before. Richard, just his stature when he plays, really reminds me of Mick Thompson from Slipknot. The slightly bent over, just head down, headbanging, like, that's kind of exactly how Mick looks too. I love it. I love Richard's look when he's playing. It just kind of almost kind of looks menacing. And then Chris had a sick windmill going back there when he was playing too. I like this. I really, really like this video because we're just getting performance shots from these guys. And me personally, I like stuff like this because it really lets you see the band in their elements. You know, even though music videos are basically acting over playback of the actual song, they're still putting their energy into it. They're still playing their parts and stuff like that. So you're really seeing probably how they would deliver it in a live setting as well, man. I also like the visual aesthetic. They're all in black. All the backgrounds are white. Even Chris's drums looked like they had like, I can't remember what drum heads he uses, but Evans makes one that I believe is called like the Onyx. that's just solid black, and that's what looks like is on his kit. Really cool, man. Let's keep going with this. So I just noticed that Chris is using Remo drum heads. I saw that logo really clear on all of them. So I don't know exactly what their black ones are called. Also, his cymbals are looking shiny as fuck, man. Probably cleaned up everything quite a bit. I might be crazy, but his kit might look like a new kit as well from the last time I've seen a video. But it might be throwing me off because of the black heads. So while we're talking about Chris, he does use Tama drums and Sabian cymbals. There was something I wanted to bring up, and I can't remember what it was. I think it was the music part of this, man. Like, I love that this song was really refreshing when I first heard it on the EP. It maintains that signature Orbit Culture sound, especially with Nicholas's voice. But it sounds like there's some influences of like Power Man 5000, Static X, that kind of stuff. Like, really cool to hear in this band, man. I really dig it. So all of the gear that I've seen in this so far is the same stuff we've seen in every video. So I'm not going to waste too much time. Just, we'll just rip through it really quick. Frederick, exclusive artist of Dingwall Basses. Dingwall is a company based out of Canada, Saskatchewan, Saskatchewan, Canada. We're seeing their basses more and more lately, man. They're killer instruments. He's playing the Nolly Get Good signature bass from Dingwall. Where do we go next? Richard. Let's go to Richard. Richard and Nicholas are both exclusive artists of Solar guitars. And Richard is actually using the limited edition artist Type V that we've seen in the last couple of videos. He's usually rocking a Type A, but he must really dig that guitar because we've seen it on everything they've been doing lately. And then Nicholas, Epiphone Explorer. And we've kind of talked about that, man. Like, even though he's endorsed by Solar now, we still see that Epiphone Explorer in a lot of videos. Sometimes it's due to elements. He doesn't want to ruin any of the Solars or anything like that, but I don't know what it would be this time because they're indoors. But yeah, pretty basic shit. Let's keep going. Oh. I want to start this whole part over, man, because I want to like point something out. This is starting to become Orbit Culture's thing that I've noticed in a lot of their new music. Their tones are always great and low, super low tuned and brutal as it is, but like we're starting to get moments where it just gets even more brutal, where they just like pitch it down with like a whammy or something like that. Now, these guys do use digital rigs, so that could be just pre-programmed in, which it most likely would be if it's live. But I mean, it just adds that extra element of being just heavier than shit. Also, I realized in my last pause, I said pretty basic stuff when I was talking about their gear. I meant in terms of what I'm seeing because I've seen it before, not that their gear itself is basic. But let's hear this part again. We're going to lead back into this. This is the last pause. I swear, I just noticed something, and now I'm questioning life itself. Nicholas is not playing an Epiphone Explorer. That's not an Epiphone. And now I'm wondering if in the older videos, when I've said it's an Epiphone Explorer, that it is. Actually, I'm pretty sure it is because I've seen the logo. So the thing that stood out in that last shot I saw, there's no Epiphone logo on the headstock. But on the cover where the truss rod adjustment is, there is a nameplate there. And it's one that I recognized. And it's not Epiphone or Gibson. He is playing an ESP Edwards EX series guitar. I think it's a 120 or a 125, something like that. This is wild. This is actually something interesting we can talk about with this video. So Edwards is a subsidiary of ESP guitars, just like they have like LTD and stuff like that as well. And like Fender has Squier, Gibson has Epiphone. Edwards is another division of ESP, but they're exclusive to the Japanese market. You can't get them in the US like just anywhere. The most interesting thing about the Edwards line of guitars is because they're made in Japan and sold in Japan, they don't have to worry about existing copyright infringements. That is why that guitar looks identical to the Epiphone Explorer EX. And it's the same fucking name. Wow, that's wild, man. So the Edwards line from ESP is like mid to high range. It's kind of between their LTD and ESP. Really good hardware and electronics and everything. I wonder where he got that, honestly. Maybe I'll have to ask him. Wow, man. That's pretty cool. All right, let's finish this song off, man. God, I love solos in their music. Man, I love this band so much. Let's go talk about it. Man, I'm not gonna lie, even though I've heard this song quite a few times before, it has been a few weeks, like I said. I totally forgot about that super low tuning bridge buildup going into the solo. I remember it going from second chorus to guitar solo. So when that part came up, I was just like, oh, I forgot about this. Let's go. That was super fun, man. And for those of you that follow along with this channel, you already know how I feel about this band. These guys are one of my favorite groups of musicians I've discovered since I've started doing YouTube. And there might be some people saying, well, if you already know you like them so much, why keep reacting to them? Well, one, it's fun. And two, there might be people watching right now that aren't familiar with this band, that may discover something new. And that brings me to the biggest point that I always like to stress. We have discovered so much awesome music since I've started this YouTube channel. And a lot of it is thanks to you guys in the comments telling me what I should check out. In the year or a little over a year I've been doing this, I've discovered more kick-ass music from around the world than I've discovered on my own in the last 10 years. And that's the greatest thing about this. A lot of people thank me for showing them new bands. I have to thank you guys just as much because I'm kind of just paying it forward. Most all of these reactions that I do at some point have come from you guys requesting them. So I can't thank you guys enough, man, because I'm having a blast discovering all of these bands. And once I get into them, hearing all their new music. So we're going to continue to do it. Now, just as a reminder, the EP that this song comes from, Shaman, is out. It's been out for a couple months. If any of you guys liked this and haven't heard it already and are interested, I'll throw a link below where you can check it out. I'll also have all of the band's social medias and stuff like that, so you can go support them and keep up with news and where they're going on tour and all that stuff, man. But thank you very much for watching. If this is your first time here, feel free to click subscribe. I release new videos all the time. Subscribing is free, and it helps my channel out a ton. If you liked this reaction, I would greatly appreciate the like, as it also helps the channel. But if you disliked it, no big deal, man. Thank you very much for your time. You are free to click dislike if you didn't like it. I'm also on a ton of different social media. We have a Discord server that a lot of us hang out on. Orbit Culture also has a big fan Discord server, which I will link that below as well. And I also stream on Twitch. I do everything from video games to reactions and bass playing and live guitar tech work. So if you're interested in that, again, links will be in the description. My handle on everything social media is @TankTheTech. Thank you so very much for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.